your mind, right there where you're seated right now. To reset your life, to have this transformation, to get a fresh new start in any area, career, marriage, relationships, health, whatever. To reset your life, the first thing you need to work on is your mindset. What do you mean by that? How you see yourself, how you see your problems, and most.
All right, before I proceed, I need to first check, because I don't want to be here when no one is getting me. Do you hear the voice? Do you hear the voice from the video I'm playing? I'm just want to confirm from you. Do you hear the voice from the video I'm playing? If yes, just say yes. If yes, you say yes. All right. Now let me proceed. Just make sure at least you pick a word that will take you through this amazing week. Okay? Just make sure you pick a word.
Important of all, how you see God. If you don't change your mindset first, a change in your location or a change in your scenery, it's not going to help much. You know why? Because you could go to Tahiti, but you take you with you wherever you go. And so if the stress is in your brain and you go to Tahiti or anywhere else, you're taking the stress with you, because the stress is between your ears.
There's nothing more powerful than a changed mind. You can change jobs, change relationships, change your looks. The calendar can change. We can go into a new year. But if your thinking is the same, nothing will be different. Why don't you change your mind? Break out of those ruts that have held you back. Now, when those thoughts come, saying, it's been too long, it's never going to happen, just tell doubt, I've changed my mind. I know what God promised is on the way. I'm a believer and not a doubter. Tell fear, I've changed my mind. Not going to live worried, stressed, afraid. I know God has me in the palm of His hand. Tell guilt, shame, the past, I've changed my mind. I'm not living condemned, listening to the accusing voices. I'm forgiven, I'm redeemed, restored. My future is bright. Tell lack, struggle, not having enough, I've changed my mind. That is not my destiny. I will lend and not borrow. What I touch will prosper and succeed. Abundance, overflow, increase is coming my way. Or when thoughts tell you, this is going to be another average year. Nothing good is in store. Don't expect anything different. Tell discouragement. Tell low expectations. I've changed my mind. This is going to be a blessed year, a bountiful year, a favor-filled year. Something good is going to happen to me. When you change your mind, when you get in agreement with God, angels go to work. Miracles are set in motion. Healing, breakthroughs, favor comes looking for you.
The right mindset says, I'm going to look ahead because something good is going to happen to me. Wrong mindset says, nothing's ever going to change. Everything is going to be just the way as it's always been. But you can change a wrong mindset tonight. You don't have to wait for a fate. You can think what you want to think. You don't have to think everything that falls in your head. That's why we have this book, to tell us what's right and what's wrong. And so when the next time you have a thought that says it's too late for you, well, guess what? You can't find that in this book. Or the next time you have the thought, you're no good. All you are is a big mess up. You never do anything right. Well, guess what? That's a lie. Because the Bible says that you're precious, you're special, you're created in His image. He's got a good plan for you.
What's holding us back many times is our own thinking. If you think you've reached your limits, then you have. If you think the problem is too big, then it is. If you think you'll never meet the right person, you probably won't. You have to get a new mindset. Start believing bigger, dreaming bigger, expecting bigger. Why don't you get a new mindset? God, I don't see a way, but I know you have a way. The medical report doesn't look good, but I know you're my healer. Struggling in my finances, but I believe abundance is coming. This dream looks impossible, but I know you can open doors that no person can shut. Quit making excuses. Quit coming up with reasons why you can't be successful, can't get well, can't live free, can't get married, can't go to the new level. You may be limited, but God is unlimited. He's about to do something that you've never seen.
Negative thinking limits God, and it limits all of our potential. What kind of life are we going to have if we don't believe for good things? It's going to be a life without joy. It's going to be a sad life. It's going to be a life full of all kinds of negative things, because if you've got a negative mind and a negative mouth and a negative attitude, then your life is going to be negative. Now, being positive does not mean that we deny the existence of problems. It simply means that we believe that God is greater than the problem. Let me ask you, whatever kind of problem you have right now, do you believe that God is greater than your problem? Do you believe that God can do anything, that all things are possible with God? Let's just stay in faith and every day say, God, I believe that you're going to take care of this. You see, no matter who's against you, if God is for you, you're going to end up being a winner in life. And God is for you, not against you, and God is on your side, and God does have a good plan for your life.
Is your thinking limiting your life? Who says you can't do something great? Who says you can't start your own business? Who says you can't get well? Who says you can't go where no one in your family has gone? God is calling you to be a trendsetter, a difference maker, a barrier breaker. Quit looking at what you lost, what you don't have. The odds may be against you, but the Most High God is for you. He's breathing in your direction right now. You're not on your own. You and God are a majority. Nothing can stand against Him. What He has purposed for your life will come to pass. Now get in agreement with God. All He needs to work with is mustard seed faith. You don't have to have great faith, just a little bit of faith. God, I believe you can take me where I can't go on my own, that I'm about to see the surpassing greatness of your favor.
Isn't it amazing how God gives us this thing called an imagination, but He gives us the free will to decide, are we going to let that be controlled by fear or faith? God wants to do something new in your life. God wants to work in you in ways that He's never worked before. But if you're ever going to become the new you, you're going to have to change your brain. You're going to have to think new thoughts. You have to think God thoughts.
Victory starts in our mind. When your vision is limited, your life will be limited. It's amazing what happens when you enlarge your vision, when you believe big, when you pray bold prayers, when you dream great dreams. But too often, because of disappointments, delays, things that haven't worked out, we've watered down our dreams. We've lowered our expectations. We're not stretching, believing for great things, believing to get well. Are you putting limits on what God wants to do in your life? Are you focused on what you think can happen only in your ability? You're looking at the natural, but God is supernatural. He controls the universe. He parts Red Seas. He brought water out of a rock. He fed thousands with 2 fish. Don't base your containers on what you can do. Base it on what God can do.
You know, your thoughts can take you somewhere where you'd really like to be, or they can keep you somewhere where you don't want to be. They can take you where you'd like to be, and they can keep you where you don't want to be. So set your mind where you want to go, not where you've been or where you are right now. Have a vision for your life. Have a vision for your children. Have a vision for your home. Have a vision for your ministry. And don't back down and give up on it. Wrong thinking causes us more problems than what we can even possibly imagine.
No more, I'll never get out of this problem. The obstacles are too big. I'll never get ahead, never break this addiction, never meet the right person. Don't let a limited mindset keep you from the abundant life that belongs to you.
Right. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking time and listen and watch that amazing video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again. Though the number is still small, because when I look here, I can see that we are having only 39, almost 40 participants on this call. You want to tell me, ladies and gentlemen, that all your people, they know what we are going to talk about? Because what I know, the majority of you, at least you have sponsored the person. Always ask yourself, is the person I've sponsored, does he understand everything in the business? Actually, if not, that means you've not helped that person. And that means you are not in business. What I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you are to make the money out of this business, especially the majority of us who start without a big trading capital, is through duplication. And there's no way that you can duplicate yourself without educating those ones that you bring into the business. Actually, that's why people are saying you've not helped them. But in case you have invited them, whenever there is a meeting, you try as much as possible. No one can say that my upline has not helped me. So this is the way of helping others. When you encourage them, whenever there is a meeting, you at least copy and paste that link directly to them. Other serious leaders, for them, they call directly. Okay? So that is it. I think we are going to work on it so that this number can increase. So I cannot start my meeting without recognize the presence of our great leaders. Protocol observed. I would have mentioned each and every person's name, but because of time, I'll stop on that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I started this business in 2021 August. That means last month, I made 2 years into this business. But along the journey, from the time I got started, I've seen so many people who come out with the business and they say now this one is the best, is more than Royal Chew, is doing wonders and so on. But I learned one thing from the people I found to the business is that never get excited by scams. Trust me, currently speaking, those people, they are no more to be seen. Actually, the majority of them, they have come back. So if you are listening to me, ladies and gentlemen, you are lucky. Because for you, you've got a chance of starting with the right business. So that means if you've started with the right business, you just need to set your mindset right and make sure and make a decision and make money out of it. Remember, however much Royal Chew pays good money, no one can make it for you. Can I repeat this statement? However much Royal Chew has paid people millions and millions of money, if you are to make money out of this business, it's your personal decision. No one can make it for you. So that's why I started with that video. I don't know whether someone got at least a word out of it. But in case you have got something out of it, at least you start this week in a good style. Now, let us get started. I'm here today to discuss one of the main 2 ways that we are having in Royal Chew through which you can use and make money. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to show you how to use Signal. And what I can tell you, Signal is not all people in Royal Chew that they have access to what we are having here. So just be proud the person who sponsored you out of this business and make sure that you belong to our group or to our team. Because other people, they are saying the business is not making money. But for us, we are blessed with our great leaders every day, at least every day. we must get at least a signal for us. And what I can tell you, what will limit you to make the money out of this business, it is you and your trading capital. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do we start? If you are to make the money, already you have your money on Binance, on Huobi, or another exchanger. How do you start? It is very simple. You just need to learn how to identify signals. So that means if you sponsor someone, whenever you sponsor someone new into the business, make sure you teach this person or that person how to use signals. And there's no way you can teach that person how to use signals unless that person can identify what a signal is look like. That's all. So, ladies and gentlemen, always I start my first part with how to identify a signal. Okay? That's why I told you, whenever you are in a meeting, please try to check on participants and count how many people are coming from your group. Okay? Always count. Actually, all great leaders, for them, they have mastered this skill. Whenever they attend any meeting, they cannot be comfortable without counting the number of people who are coming directly from their groups. By the way, if you are here alone, if you can go on participants and check, if you don't find anyone from your group, then you have not yet started the business. You've not. You can believe me or not, this is a duplication business. You are not here to overwork. You are not here to outwork yourself. You are here to duplicate yourself and make money comfortable. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do you identify a signal? It is very simple. Allow me to proceed, but before I proceed, if you can hear me, type the year in which you start the business. If you can hear me very well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to start when no one is getting me. Okay? So if you are saying that I'm very loud and clear, just go on chat, type for me the year in which you started the business. Okay? Me, I've told you, I started my business in 2021. So today, I'm 2 years. Okay? I started very recently, I started my 3rd year. Okay? So if we've spent here 2 years, that means even 5 years, we are here unless crypto has closed. But if crypto is still in existence, Royalty is here to stay. Okay? So this is it. Let me check. Let me see the number of people. 2023. Yeah, I have my friend Leader Campus is here. You are most welcome. We've been missing you. Hey, then 2023. That means the majority of people we are having, they started 2023. They are new. Okay, most of you are new. I see this year, last year. Then the rest belong to 2022. So we are few whose got started in 2021. That means I'm not special to you. Okay, let me come back on the camera. That means, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not special to you, from you. I just got started before you. That is the difference. That means if you can learn, if you can focus, trust me, one day you'll be 2 years. And by the time you'll be 2 years, this is a guarantee. You'll be more than me. Because I remember when we were starting the business, we didn't have such a system where you can show someone how to identify a signal. We didn't have that. Actually, we were doing what we call guesswork. We used to just go to Royalty, pick anyhow, any coin. We could not know that this coin is going down or not. That's what we had. But the longer you stay in the business, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the more you earn. So today we are proud to say that we are having such a winning strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can learn, if you can use, if you can implement this strategy, trust me, it's just time. You are going to become that great leader from this business. Someone is saying network. Are you sure? Are you sure my network is not okay? You tell me and see what I can do. Is my network okay? Because I've seen someone saying your network. Is my network okay? Ladies and gentlemen, it is you to tell me. Otherwise, if you don't respond, then it is useless for me to be here, because I want to teach someone who is willing to learn. That is my policy, okay? And I want an active class. Yes, other people are saying okay, others are saying not okay. Sometimes, even you people, your network may not be okay. And you may think that it is my network, yet it is your network. If you want to confirm that my network is okay, now go on chat and see. People, the majority are saying in my network is okay. Okay, so now, if you don't hear me very well, just check yourself. Okay. Right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, let us proceed. Let us proceed. If you are saying that I'm breaking, just change the location. Because according to the majority, they are saying I'm very audible. So now, let me proceed. All right. So this is it now. If you are to enjoy this business, the secret is make sure you belong to any group where they receive signals. Don't allow yourself, don't risk yourself, ladies and gentlemen, to be in Royal Chu without belonging to any group where you could get signals. Okay? Never. Like now, this is my working group. Okay? When I got started, I created this group and I have so many leaders here. Okay? When I tap here, you see, we are over 400 plus. This is my group. It's not my group, personal group, but it's our group as a team I'm working with. So we always, whenever we get signal, we always share on this group. We always share on this group. You see, we always share on this group. We always share on this group. So even you, the person who is listening to me, make sure your team has access to signal. That's the winning strategy we are having today. It has been tested. It has worked for almost a year, and no one is complaining. Actually, as it is like any other business, what I can tell you, the 90% people are earning, people are happy with this strategy. So if the 90% are happy, then that means maybe the 10%, they are missing something, or there's something that they are not doing right. And that's why every single Monday, we do this simple training to remind you what you should do. So ladies and gentlemen, as I've said, don't allow yourself to be in this business without having access to signal. Now, look at this. This is one of the sample of the signal. Okay, remember, it should have a name. It was called XRP. It should have what we call take profit. It was 3%. It should have what we call preset price. This time it was 0.5022. Sometimes they may say it is, you start from the current price. Then it should have what we call take profit callback. And this one is always standard. We use 0.01, whether it is given or not, always with take profit callback, use 0.01. Then any coin should have what we call drop. This drop is helping us to buy what we call margin calls. Okay, I'll explain more about it. So later, look at this. Look at this. This one, it was also another signal. It should, I have told you, it should have a name. It should have what we call take profit percentage. then preset price, callback, and then a drop. You see? Let me show you more. Let me show you more. I have told you, if you are a leader, who's the leader? Anyone who is listening to me. Once you have anyone, make sure that person that you sponsor into the business has access to Signal. Okay? Me, I'm happy that in the group I'm working with is organized, whether I'm around or not, they always know what to do. Okay? Whenever they get a Signal, immediately they bring it here on our working group. You see, this was another Signal. It was called XLM. It had 3% as our take profit. It had 0.1127 as our preset price. It had 0.01 as our callback, and the drop was 5%. Do you need more? Or I stop here. Let me come back on the camera and see whether someone has got the first part. That is the first part. If you are to use Signal, you should be in position to identify how do they look like, because during the day we post very many posts. We do very many posts. Someone with a question you can type, but sometimes you should ask on something that I've talked about. Don't ask where I've not yet talked about, because that's where I'm going. Okay, someone is saying you share the link with us. This is a link. This is a group. This is my personal group with my leaders. So if you don't belong to my leaders, then you cannot belong to this. What I can advise you, just approach your leader and make sure that he's adding you to their group that they are using or where they are getting Signal. Okay, that is it. I'm sorry, but now it is very simple. Yes, we don't mix. We don't mix. Hey, there's someone is here saying, I wish I was in your team. Don't worry, we are working as a team. That's why I didn't ask you where you come from when I was getting started. Okay, so I told you, just ask. I expect your question to be coming from what I've talked about. Don't ask something that I've not yet talked about. Now, someone is asking me how to enter it. I've not yet reached here. That's why you people, most of you fail questions. Eh? Hey, right. That is it. I want someone to confirm. Is it okay to anyone? Someone is asking, where can I get the same? You must be attached to any group together with your leader where you can get Signal. Okay? Make sure you approach your leader. If your immediate leader is not serious, go to the next, and the next, and the next one until you reach to that one who has access to Signal. Simple. Yes? Yeah. Now, my question is, can anyone on this call identify a Signal from the very many posts that are being made during the day? If yes, please type yes. If no, type no. I always tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't fear to say no when you've not understood. I remember during my school time, I was that man who was too shy even to cough in the class. Yes, but when I joined the business world, I found that your confidence is always determining the results that you are going to make. If you are to make the money, before you make the money, you must improve your confidence to the business. So asking whatever you have not understood is okay. And sometimes I tell you that if you say yes, and yet you've not got the point, then the poverty is going to treat you alone and your family. You will see others posting results. We are killing it. We are making it money. For you, you'll be seeing stars. So in case you've not understood, please say no. Hey. Yes, say no. All right. How long does the Signal take to expire or be used? How can I join the group if I choose you as my mentor? Yes. Let us proceed. I'm repeating once because I've seen very many no's here. I've seen very many knows. Now I'm repeating this. So in case you've not understood, now this time be attentive. Okay, you see, we make so many posts. Do you see? But how can you identify? You must now, like, they may not say now. Sometimes they say this is a VIP signal, but in the other signals they don't include this. They don't include this. They just post this. But now take an example of this. This was a signal. Why? Just look here. It had a name. It was called LTC. We were supposed to enter this coin at a current price. That was our preset price. Then the take profit was 2. Then the buy in callback. This time it was 0.02, but sometimes we emphasize you people to use 0.01. And now the callback, look here. This guy had calculated for us the call drop. The first call was 1.02. That means even the second call, you had to use that, and so on. Okay? So that is it. A signal, identifying a signal is very simple. I think you can see. Then let me scroll. Let me scroll. Let me scroll. Someone was asking me, how long does the signal take? Don't exceed 10 or 15 minutes. Once you find that the signal has lasted for over 10 minutes, forward go and wait another one. Okay? Especially when you don't know how to calculate, you don't know how to check and see whether the signal is valid. If you are someone who is going to just use signal without knowing how to calculate this, then always make sure that whenever you get access to signal, you look at the time, you follow the time and the current price. If they're not telling, if it has taken 30 minutes, 20 minutes, leave and wait another one. Since they are free, nothing you are losing. Now, this was another signal. This was another signal. Okay, that was another signal. It was called WRX. That was the name of the signal. Then it had a take profit of 8%. Then the preset price was 0.094. Take profit callback was 0.01. Then the drop was 5%. Later, I will show you how do you use the drop to calculate the margin configurations. Okay, so that's another one. Then another sample was here. Another sample was here. Another sample was here. This was called the Acro. That was the name of the coin. Then the take profit it was 4%. The preset was 0.01717. Then the take profit callback was 0.01. Then the drop was 5%. That's all. I believe by now you can see that they don't resemble other posts. For them, they resemble themselves according to the nature I've talked about, or the futures I've talked about. Okay? So check another one. This is the last one. Show you. This is the last one. Was called. This was Alpine. That was the coin. The name of the coin. This one. And the take profit was 3%. Preset was 1.8891. Then take callback was 0.01. Then drop was 5%. As simple as that. I believe we are on the same page. I believe by this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the same page. I don't think that someone has missed now. I believe we are on the same page. If yes, please comment with yes. If yes, if you're on the same page, please just go to chat and type yes. Just go to chat and type yes. Sometimes I tell you that nothing you pay to the people who spend time here with you. You just need to give them fuel. And the only fuel we need is your participation. So after teaching and you fail to comment with yes, then I always wonder, what are you doing here? If you cannot comment yes, you are listening or you are not listening, then what are you doing here? Don't waste time. Just leave Zoom, go and do other business because you not benefit. As I started with the video, it told us your mindset is always the key. If you're not positive when they are teaching, then trust me. If you're not positive, if they are teaching, trust me. Even if you spend a week, Even if you spend a month, even if you spend a year, you will not understand what they are talking about. So our brain is always so funny. Someone is saying, I'll re-explain. No, I'll not. I'll not re-explain. I'll not. Because according to what I see, people have got it. I've just got one person who is saying, I'll re-explain. Now, let me go to the second part. Second part now. Second part. Second part. Where do you find that coin? Where do you go and get that coin? It's very simple. You just need to go to your Royaltree account. Okay. All of us here, we have robots. Okay, we have our personal robots, and you just need to visit your robot. You just need to visit your robot. This is my robot. Okay, this is my robot. When I open my robot, my account, especially when I'm on what we call home page, this is what you see, or this is what I see. And I believe if you do the same, you also see this. So sometimes people do the scrolling when they are looking for coins. This is good, but when you scroll, you may fail to see some coins, because here, not all of them, they are on this list. So what you need to do, it is very simple. You just need to type here and type the name of the coin you are looking for. Okay, you just need to click here, type the name of the coin you are looking for. For instance, let me see. For instance, which coin can I use? Let me go to the, all right, let me use this. Let me use the last coin. This has been the last coin we have just got. That has been the last coin we have just got. Now, for instance, we are going to trade Acro. Like the person asked me, when do I know that the coin is valid or not? Now look at the time. We have taken almost 20 minutes. If you've taken 20 minutes, just be fair to yourself. Okay? Leave it, wait another one. That is especially when you don't know how to do the analysis. But in case you know how to do the analysis, for you can go back to your trading view and check for yourself. But now I'm talking to that person who is new and just want for him, you just need to learn how to set signals and make the money. So if you are that person, always don't exceed 10 minutes. Always don't exceed 10 minutes. And in case you have a question, always feel free to ask the question. We have got so many leaders on this call, they'll answer your question there and then. Okay? You may not wait to me. Those leaders, they can answer your question there and then. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's assume that now we are going to take Acro as our example. How, if you get this signal, how do you use this detail and press an order and make money? It is very simple. You just need to go to your Royaltree account. This time we have been lucky that Acro is on top here. But in case Acro is not here, you just need to click here. Okay, you just need to press here and write Acro. You see, Acro. Once you type, it is going to come directly. So you just need to press into it like that. You see? After that, then someone just need to tap on create. Do you see create? It is on bottom here. It is here. Sometimes I try to show you each and everything, not because you don't understand it. I know we have someone who started yesterday. For him, it's new. Okay? So just keep on following. You just need to tap here on create and we proceed. You see, once you tap on create, then the Royaltree is going to give you option to choose. And we always use this as our trading strategy. Okay? We use Martingale strategy bot. That is it. So I'm going to tap on it and then I create. Once I create, then I'm going to choose my own, create my own, or create your own strategy. Remember, with Royaltree, we have what you call as owner's strategy, whereby you can decide to use the traders to work for you. but these traders are going to be paid. Whenever you make the money, there is a percentage that is deducted from your trading capital. I mean, from your trading profit. And that is going to be deducted in the form of fuel fee. And in case you want to avoid that, so as the team, we are trying to avoid that, and we teach our people to be self-reliant. Okay? How? You are going to create your own strategy, because remember, you have been given a coin in the form of a signal. So this is it. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I've learned on this page where I'm going to start editing everything. You see? So here, I just need to tap on trade setting. Why do I need to click on trade setting? Because there are details I need to pick from the signal, and then I insert them here, so that my robot is going to follow those details to trade for me. So that is it. Can I assume that every person, you can move from identifying a signal up to this level? Can I assume that any person here, you can move from identifying a signal up to where am I right now? If yes, type yes. If yes, type yes. I told you, I just need your fuel. Whenever I ask and I see you commenting, you are replying, then man, I feel energy. I feel I want to teach you more. I feel I don't want to end. But whenever I ask, no one is responding, then I start regretting why I said this is Zoom. Okay, so that is it. I believe teachers, they can agree with me. Any teacher in this world would learn to teach, or yes, to teach that active class. Whenever you teach an active class, you feel energy, you feel that is people are following, and so on. So that is it. That is it. Now, let us proceed. Let us proceed according to what I see. We are on the same page. Then after that, now someone was asking me, how do you use those details and fill them into your Royal Chew account? Now, this is the time. This is the time. If you ask that question, this is the time. Now, when I click on trade setting, this is what I'm going to get. We are always, Royal Chew this time is good for us. We have what we call Smart Create, and you have what we call Manual Create. With the Smart Create, you just need to insert in the first buy, only that. Other details, they are going to be set by Royal Chew. But when you click on Manual Create, then Royal Chew will give you a chance to edit everything you want. But with the Smart Create, Royal Chew will not give you a chance to edit everything apart from the money you are going to use. Okay? So now it is up to you. Which one do you want to, do you prefer? Do you prefer Smart Create, or you are preferring Manual Create? So it's going to depend on what you want to use. But in case you understand what to do, then you are going to use Manual Create, because what you are going to put here, yes, on Manual Create, it has been given on the coin. The only thing that they will not give you, it is the first buy any amount. The reason why they will not give you the first buy any amount, simply because we are too many in this world who are using Royal Chew. And because of that, our trading capital is not the same. We have someone who is using $100. We have someone who is using $50. We have someone who is using $200, $500, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, and so on. So, according to someone's trading capital, is going to determine the first buy any amount. However, we always simplify this, and we advise you to use at least 20% or 15%, okay, of your trading capital. That means, that is it. That means if I'm using 100, then I can decide to take 15 as my first buy any amount. I believe you people, you have understood how can you determine your first buy any amount. It is very simple. Just get 15% or 20% of the money you are owning in the Binance account or in any wallet you are using. And never use all the money you have in your first buy. Never and never. once you do it, sometimes people win, but in case if things go opposite, more than what you expected, then you regret. So in case you don't want to over regret, always go with the advice given, because people have been here for so long and they have tested everything. So now in business, we are talking about something that it works. Okay, we are talking something that is working for people. So we are not talking about guesswork. So if you don't have that time for trying more, yet other people are using experience, then always go with their advice. Now, sometimes people ask, will I open this? You see, there's a button and there's a button here. You see? Now, if you open this, that means the robot will double this. But in case human is not that one, then always don't open this, because I've told you this consequence. Once you open it, then robot, it means that you have directed the robot to double. And once it doubles, then that means it's going to invest more on each call that it will make. Then always try to open the AI margin call. Okay, I believe you are following. Then with margin calls, remember, we are always advising you to trade with margin calls. It has a benefit. The more you buy, whenever a coin is dropping, the more you bring the current price closer to the cost price. Because whenever you buy more, you are going to find that you are buying more coins at a cheaper price. And whenever you buy cheaper coins at a cheaper price, you are helping the first coins you bought at first also their price or their cost price to reduce due to what we call the average price. Because once that price is added together plus then the coins are added together, and you divide the money you have used, you are going to find the money you have used has been reduced. So that one will help the robot to sell very fast. So that means if you trade without trading capital, this is the reason why some people are complaining. Once they see others are making the money from the very coin which they are trading when they are in floating loss, margin call brings the difference. Okay, margin call brings the difference. Now, ladies and gentlemen, always at least take 4 and above. At least every person who is listening to me, fight as much as you can to make sure that at least you can raise up a capital that can trade with the 4 margin configuration or margin calls. Okay, that is it. So, ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to go to the coin and see the details. With margin calls, just get it in your mind that at least we use for first buy, just get it in the mind that at least we use 15% or 20% of our trading capital. Okay, now it is time to go now to the coin, and I get the details here. So I'm going to visit the coin. I'm taking an example. It was called Acro. Then the preset price is not yet time for preset price. Then drop. Now this coin is missing something. It doesn't have. Yes, it is okay. This is the preset price. This is the drop user. This one is not clear. This one is not yet, it's not clear. Let me pick another one. Let me look for another Acro. Yes. Let me take this. This is an Acro. Let me take this. Let me take this. Now, they told us to trade the Acro at the current price. That means if you enter it now, already we are not, this one has already moved. So profit, take profit. Sometimes they set TP. Sometimes they give you that take profit. So our take profit was 2%. So here I'm going to come here on the whole position take profit ratio, and I edit and then I put 2. Where do I get 2 from? It is here on the coin take profit percent. It is 2%. Then the buy in callback was 0.02. So I'm going to check to go back, go to this position, and I put 0.02. As simple as that. Then after that, I'm going to click on the margin configuration. Now, this is the time to use the drop. This is the time to use the drop to calculate the margin configurations I'm going to follow. So I'm going to click here. You see? Then I'll go back to the coin and check and see the call drop. They told me the first call drop, the first call should be 0.52. So that means if I'm to buy the next time, I'll also take 0.052. Okay, that is it, 0.52. And here 0.52. However, we have the other way around. If you are that person who is always want to have USDT on your account, I mean, for you feel bad whenever you see a coin that when it has taken your USDT without selling, always use what we call default settings. When I talk about the default settings, whenever you open Royal2, here you are going to find the original settings of Royal2 here, where there is 3.5. The first one is always 0.3.5. Then the next one is always 4.2. Okay, that means for the robot to take the first call, the coin has to drop by 3.5%. And for the robot to take the second call, the coin has to drop by 4.2%, and so on. Okay, that has been a by the way. So this is it. Now, next part is here. Next part is here because this is always the game changer. So here, according to the settings we always use, this should be here, should be 2. Yes, 2. Because we have systems that you can follow, strategies you can follow. We have what you call +1, we have what you call double up, and we have Fibonacci. Now this one is called double up. With double up, whenever the robot is going to make another call, it has to double the money. You see that it used on top. That means here for the robot to buy for the first time, again, it will multiply 2 times 15 because our first buy was 15. Then in case the robot is to buy the second call, it will multiply 4 times 15. In case the robot is to buy the third time, it will multiply 8 times 15. In case the robot is to buy the fourth time, it will multiply 16 times 15. Do you see that? Here, someone you need around 250. Yes, 250 USDT. If you are to buy with 4 margin calls, following with double up. Okay, that is it. Then we have another strategy. We call it +1 here, especially for someone. If you want to minimize the costs, then you can use +1. You see, +1. That is it. This one also for you. Now here it means the robot will multiply times 15 times 15 times 15. Where do I get the 15? That is the first buy times 15. That is it. Do you see why we are telling you that if you are having $100, if you are having 200, if you are having 500, always trade one coin? Because you make more money if you can buy the dip. Why? Because you buy very many coins at a cheaper price, and once the price just go up, you are going to sell very many coins collected down here, and then make good money. Then after that, I just need to save. I just need to confirm and save. because I'm done with everything. Okay, you see? Then after here, sometimes people are so excited, they just start. Never start a coin without checking the preset price. You see? Now they told us to use the current price now. With the current price, you can start there and then. Especially, that is when you are in time. That is when you've just got the signal in time. That's when you can put here the current price, or you can just click and start. Then after that, make sure that your coin is in one shot. Here, where do you click? You just change them from here. This is where you click and make sure here there is a word one shot. Then after that, come down here and start a coin. That's all. After starting, then go and sleep. However, there is what we call strategy mode. It is you to choose the mode. Which mode would you like the robot to use? Then you come here, click on strategy mode. Remember, if you've used 4 margin calls, then you don't have option. The only option you have is to take the whole warehouse mode. But in case you have used more than 4 margin calls, then here for you can choose between the sub-bin mode, real-time settlement, and the whole warehouse mode. When we talk about warehouse mode, here all the margin calls are sold once, and you get your profit once. Sub-bin, the 4 are sold once, and then any addition can be sold independently. However, the profit from that call will not be reflected there and then until the 4 has been sold. Then when you use the sub-bin mode real-time settlement here, the 4 will be sold together, but any addition can be sold independently, and then after getting sold, the profit will show there and then. So now it is up to you to choose which one do you prefer. Okay, that is it. After that, you click on start. After that, you click on that. I don't think that someone is having a question, because I've been taking you slowly, step by step. I've been showing everything I've been talking about. Someone is asking me, which one is better according to me? Now, the majority of us, actually the majority of the people on this call, you cannot, if we consider the double up or the +1, we cannot afford that money to buy 4 margin calls. You cannot. So that means sometimes we don't have option. The only option you have is to take the whole warehouse mode. That's why I've told you, fight as much as you can. Raise up your capital. At least let us fight hard and we raise to 500. Yes, let us work hard and raise up to $500. There, we are going to trade with the margin calls. We shall enjoy the market. Okay? But in case you can buy more than 4, then always the sub, I recommend the sub-bin, because this profit you are going to make from the extra margin calls will be used to reduce the floating loss of the 4 margin calls, of those calls that are still in floating. That's why it will not reflect. Okay, so that is it. But in case you want to see money, always for you choose the sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. That is when you can buy more than 4 margin calls. I believe I'm done. I believe I'm done. Let me see someone who is saying now it is okay. I can identify a signal for myself from the group, go to my royalty, use the details given, and then I set a trade. If you are saying yes, please type yes. Let me see someone who has been following with me. If yes, please. Someone is asking me to talk about more about the margin call drop. Sometimes, yes, let me talk about this in a brief way. Now it's time I'm going to talk about how do you use the drop to calculate the margin calls. Sometimes, let me show you that sample of the coin. Let me show you one of the sample of that coin, where they are going to just give you figure. when they have not calculated for you. Okay. Let me look for it. Let me look for it. Like this one. You see? Now, like this one. They said the drop is 4. Now, it is very simple. You just need to go to your calculator. You just need to go to your calculator. Like this. Get the drop. Divide by the number of margin calls you are going to use. That means my drop is 1. However, you can decide to alternate, but you make sure if you add together. Now, this is it. After calculating, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to come back here on my margin configuration. If my drop is 4, then I'll put here 1. I can put here 1. I can put here 1. Then 1 times 4, that is 4. You see? However, I can decide to alternate. I can put 0.5. I can say that let the robot buy very fast on the first 2, 0.5. Then here I can put 1. Then down I can put 2. 2 plus 1, that's 3. 3 plus 1, then that is 4. That's all. I think now, when you get a digit like this, maybe 5, maybe 4, maybe 10, you know what to do. You just go to your calculator, divide, get that number given, divide it by the number of margin calls. That is it. That is it. It is very simple. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, everything is okay. Someone is asking me, leader, I came in late, but I was inquiring if there will be another opportunity, please. Yes, evening time, come in time. We are going to have the same session with the leader Mofiwa. He's going to repeat this. Okay, he's going to talk about it. How do you set signals and so on? Evening time. Okay. Then how can I set a coin which lasts to dip in Royochu? What are the procedure to follow? With this, I don't understand it unless there is a leader who understands this person. But according to me, how can I set a coin which lasts to dip in Royochu? I'm not getting it. Does the reset price always given? Yes, the preset price is always given. They can say use preset, use current, or they can give you figures you are going to use. Okay. That is it. Please come again. I've done that. Suppose I get the call drop and divide it by the number of calls, call margin. Yes, that's what you should do. Please, at what? Someone is asking, please, at what margin call does the first margin call? It starts with the first margin call, sir or madam, Kate. That is it. That is it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. In case you have missed something, please, at night, the same time for our presentation, make sure you join time. Someone is asking me to explain more on the last 3 strategies. Which strategies? Okay, I've talked about their strategy modes. There are 3 strategy modes. The first one, you can decide to sell your coins at once. That is what we call the hollow warehouse mode. Then the 2, we have the other two. We have what we call sub-bin mode and sub-bin mode, your time settlement. When we talk about sub-bin mode, that is when actually, this is the rule. Royochu will always sell the 4 margin calls together. That one cannot be changed. But any addition, as a trader, you are free to choose. If you've used more than 4, you are free to choose. How would you like your calls or your margin calls to be sold? Do you want them to be sold and you see money there and then, or you want to be sold and the profit you have made used to reduce the floating loss of the remaining margin calls? It is up to you. You just need to know are the difference among the 2. Hope I've done it. Someone is asking, how does floating loss or profit affect my account? When Kasula is asking me, how does floating loss or floating profit affect my account? Now, when you talk about floating profit, that means you have made money. When you talk about floating loss, that means you enter the coin and you've not yet made money. Okay? So now, according to you, how will you be affected? It is personal answer. Eh? Some people, when they see floating loss, they start worrying. Other people, when they see floating loss, they start looking more money to invest more because it is the right time for them to make more money. Yes, someone is asking, does the name of the coin always given, or you pick what you want? No, the name of the coin is always given. The moment you are using signals, they'll give you the coin and all the details to use. Someone is asking me which time. That is East African Standard Time. It will be 9 p.m. 9 p.m. East African Standard Time. If you always attend our night sessions at the same time, someone asking me how to determine now. That is, if you want to learn that, always attend morning sessions. Always we have those sessions where we teach people how to determine those calculations. Thank you very much. All right, let us go and work. Let us go and work. Now we cannot finish everything in one day. That's why in the evening, we are going to repeat the same session. So if you want to learn more, attend. If you want your team to win your team with your team, invite them and attend with them. May God bless you. Let us meet at the top because the bottom is always congested. Okay, our mission is to see that every person who joins Royal True make the money. That's the mission. So we are here to win together. Let us work, let us learn, and let us help others. May God